All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast coming to you live from Austin, Texas. My name is Will DeFreeze. To my left, David, the Idol, Roth.
Man, I haven't watched the show. I only have secondhand knowledge about what's going on in there. I just don't know if I'm comfortable with that being a nickname at this point.
Okay.
I don't really know who the Idol is in this show.
I'm not sure either yet.
Okay. Once the Idol reveals him or herself or itself, then we'll talk. Hey, I don't mean to start this week off on a horny note.
Oh,
But I feel like I would be remiss.
that's every week. For
And
you.
I would be doing everyone a great disservice, including you, if I didn't ask the question, how many times per day, not counting night boners, does the normal man, how many boners a day?
Is it like 8 or something? I thought statistically it was 8.
This has a purpose.
Why are you thinking of this?
Again, it has a purpose. Just
Because
answer the
boners
question.
happen, Dylan.
Are you talking about
Read the t-shirt.
no reason boners or
No,
very
it
much
could be
reason
either.
Shouldn't
boners?
matter.
It could
How many
be,
times a day?
Yeah, the average man.
My guess is
Not
8.
you. You're above average.
Your
Everybody
age-
knows that.
Your age really affects this significantly, actually.
Yeah, I'm not looking for the science. I'm just asking.
I'm gonna say 2 to 3. I mean, I'm
Are
39.
you okay?
I'm 39. If I was 19, I would say like 45.
The average man has 11 a day.
Mm-hmm.
And more when they're asleep, of
Yo, that's
course, but we're not
facts.
counting those. So recently, it got brought up in a, without doxing anybody, a group text. This question, and I said, I think double digits is in play. Not saying that I'm a double dig guy. I don't have high T.
gosh.
I probably have average T at this point. But I thought it might be in play. I got my doors blown off in this group text. I'm still getting roasted. It's just. I thought that seemed like a reasonable take.
Well,
They
I
say
need to know
that-
what this. I need to know what big erection qualifies as a boner. You know?
Are they saying your number was
Biggie?
too high?
Yeah. Well, like,
Yeah.
Oh.
because like, if you're getting 11 a day, I'm not saying you got to be fully rocked up. Like, you might just need a little. Might want to be down with the thickness for a little bit, and that qualifies. You know what I mean? So like, hard to say.
It's
Yeah.
quite a start to the week.
Like, remember
Well,
Bieber?
you know
Remember
what?
when Bieber's
We're having
penis
fun.
was on the internet?
Yeah, that was some post coitus.
Yeah, like, but does that count? If you were just like that, would that count? Dylan's shivery, ladies and gentlemen.
I mean, I don't think so. But it was in theory. Whatever. How did that picture just go away?
It's Bieber, dude.
You can't find it?
You
I
can't
don't
just
know,
like
but
you
it's
can't just
just-
post another man's dick on the internet.
I don't
He's
know.
that famous and not have it taken off
It's the
the
most
internet.
famous. He was like the most famous dude in the world at that time. One of them.
I always thought, conventional wisdom is if it hits the internet, it's permanently on there. But apparently, it's
No,
not the
people get like
case.
news articles taken down about them all the time when they get in trouble or some stuff.
Like if you pooped your pants on a road trip and you wrote about it.
yeah.
I'm not ashamed of that article. It's
That's a
it's
good
well
article.
written. Yeah, it's fun.
Was that the one that you got published in Time?
No. I should submit it and see if they. But hey, I'm the guy who wrote the other piece like 8 years ago.
The what?
If you want to put this one on there too, I already have an author page on there. You go check it out.
Sure. Hey, where can we find your link tree?
I don't have a link tree yet.
Why not?
I'm not entirely sure what a link tree is. If I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I say smoke trees, don't link them.
Hell yeah, dude. You always say that.
Anyone in this room have a Wall Street Journal subscription?
No.
Okay.
WSJ.
Yeah.
I used
Because I got
to.
an article I want to read on there, but like I don't have a subscription right now. And so if like you guys have one, like can you print me a PDF of this article about cottage cheese?
Hey,
Damn.
extreme old guy take. The amount of stuff that is now written paywall, is alarming. Like it's
yeah.
it's affecting show prep
Yeah.
for every podcast I
Well,
do
New York
here.
Times, you can just open it in an incognito window most of the time and you're good. Wall Street Journal locks it down. And I need to know what Gen Z is saying about cottage cheese. And it's just pissing me off that I can't find out.
So we don't know if they're in on it or out.
No, they're in on it for sure.
It's a great source of protein.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of cottage cheese. I flip-flop between small curd and large curd, but overall, I do stand most cottage cheeses.
Little curd over here. Little curd on the track.
I've never gotten behind cottage cheese because it looks like someone ate regular cheese and then vomited up
Dude, cottage
Into
cheese
a
is
bowl?
so good, dude.
Right.
It's actually a shame you don't like cottage cheese. I feel like it would fit very well into your diet.
I probably would like it. I just haven't tried it. I don't think ever because it looks so off-putting to me.
No, and it's a great if you're like looking for a protein source before you go to sleep.
I don't.
It digests slowly, I
Oh,
think.
does it?
Yeah, so it's just kind of like I know you're always looking to up your protein.
Don't you set an alarm for like 3 a.m. so you can
Yeah.
eat throughout the night? And
Clearly, look at how
Yeah,
big
dude,
my
don't
arms
talk to me
gotten.
until I've had my cottage cheese.
keep the gains up.
Look how big my arms have gotten. It's
You're
crazy.
It's embarrassing how big your arms have
I
gotten.
know.
actually.
I'm embarrassed. You got to know your worth, King.
Yeah.
Do you think
Hey.
do you think there's like a cabin cheese?
I was just pointing out I got a new hat. It's dope.
We're still talking cheeses.
Everyone should.
Yeah, we're
acknowledge
talking cottage cheese right now.
it. Well,
Like,
the cottage cheese conversation has run its course.
I don't know if it has.
Will's got questions.
Dude, the things you can do to cottage cheese is crazy.
So you have to go to a cottage to purchase it. Where do you find
You're
it?
telling me a cottage?
my
made
dad
this
does
cheese?
something wild with it. My dad, it's made out of cottages, dude.
They made out of cottages.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was okay.
My dad'll drizzle a little Catalina dressing up on there.
Don't know what that is, but that
Oh
sounds
my
like something a
God,
DeFreeze
it's
would do.
so good.
It's this is a sore subject in my household because I don't care for Catalina dressing.
Really,
I don't know.
really,
Dude, the freaking Catalina wine mixer. Oh, so sick.
dude. We're doing Step Brothers.
Cool, man.
I don't know what that dressing is. What's it look like?
It's like,
What's it taste
well,
like?
I mean, it's describing it to you might be difficult. It's red.
Is there a flavor profile? that
I
should-
couldn't tell you what it tastes like. I couldn't describe to you the taste other than it tastes like Catalina dressing. to
Is it
me.
almost like
You're not selling it.
ketchup plus?
It's
no,
like
no, that's just doing
it's
it
almost
to
like
disservice.
ketchup with sweet and sour sauce, or so. It's like almost more sweet and sour saucy in terms of composition.
Yeah,
Compy, as some say.
I should like it, but for some reason I don't. But Dylan, in case you're wondering, it's a mixture of olive oil, red wine vinegar, ketchup, sugar, and seasonings.
Damn, I don't even like ketchup that much, but like now that I know that it's in Catalina dressing, I might need to start, eyeing up ketchup a little bit more.
That doesn't sound dank, to be honest.
Yo, it's fucking dang.
I'll try it though. I like ketchup.
Why'd you try to say it like Obama?
Yeah, why did you
I
go
like
into
ketchup.
I like ketchup. I wouldn't.
Did you see he made the news this weekend?
in fact, I did.
He gave a little pat on the butt to Michelle as they walked up the stairs on
Yeah,
vacation.
I've been married a long time, so
Yeah, I don't think that should
Touch
be
your butt.
news. I think if you're the president of the United States or former president of the United States, I think you should be able to give your wife a little tap on the butt
Just a little goose.
on vacation. I
Goose
don't
your
think that's a
wife.
crazy thing to do.
as long as it's consensual.
Do you think Goose will be on Obama's playlist for the summer?
I don't know, Will. I don't know how you would. I don't know, man.
Do you think he listens to Goose very much?
Because he's goosing his wife.
Yeah.
There's probably not a connection there. I don't know.
I don't know.
Wait, did he goose?
He didn't goose her.
What?
He didn't get.
That's a little much.
Yeah, he didn't
What
stick a didge up there. He just gave her a
That's
little
not
pat.
a goose.
He
To me,
just
a
ga-
goose is just a little pinch on the butt.
No, a
cheek.
goose is when you literally like.
Yeah, goose is like
That's not a
Which
goose.
no one's
Yes, it
actually-
is. A goose is way more than a pinch, dude.
I've always thought of it as just a little pinch. Like, hey, how you doing? Little goose action.
Hey, how you doing?
Is that in? I wonder if it's in Urban Dictionary. Probably not. Let's
Here,
not
while
look-
you look it up, Dylan, I'm going to make some announcements real quick, okay? Tomorrow, it's the last Tuesday of the month, and that means one thing and one thing only. That means that the Dickie Know-It-Alls are absolutely losing their minds because tomorrow is a Do You Know It edition of our Patreon podcast Beyond the Paywall.
Oh man, I can't wait. Personally, I'm gonna bring it. There's somebody who's a big part of that show that sounds like they were the one that was at a big wedding weekend.
Yeah, Randy.
Maybe a little gravelly.
Are you okay, Randy?
Maybe
Are
had
you
one-
all right?
One too many
I don't
painkillers.
know. I've just had a sore throat since Thursday, and I'm trying to take it easy.
I have a theory that Randy is maybe sick. Maybe you have what Dave and I had a couple weeks
It's
ago.
going around. A very mild head
It's
cold.
all I have is a sore throat, nothing else. So
Really?
I don't know what this is.
Okay. We'll
So
get you
I'm-
some chicken noodle soup.
So I'm hoping that this is done by tomorrow.
We've also had more going on than just the Dickie Know-It-Alls favorite thing, Do You Know It, a game show podcast. We recorded our first episode of our Love Island recap podcast, The Love Island Boys, that is now on the free feed, this feed that you're listening to right now, that debuted on Thursday. We'll be doing another one this week and every week moving forward. I've been enjoying the show, and I think we're really hitting our stride. Shout out to Mitch.
So people were worried week one. It is. I'm looking forward to going home and getting caught up. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
I'm at.
I'm fully caught.
Yeah, you guys are up. I'm a little behind. I'm with the soccer guy. Bombshell just got in there,
Hello.
and I cannot wait to see what happens.
I just want to dunk on Mitch for an hour and then get out of there.
Yeah,
That's
I
all
was waiting
wanna
for
do.
the name Muggy Mitch to come out, and I finally saw an episode last night where someone says Muggy Mitch, and I was like, okay, that works.
He's just an idiot, and I want to talk about it.
Dylan, do you have any confirmation on what a goose is in relation to someone's hand and someone's butt?
Urban Dictionary, from what I've seen, is completely unaware of the term goosing.
Maybe it's because this term is from like the 1950s.
It's a North Austin specific term, as I've learned recently.
I'm going to stick with my version of it, but y'all's is fine too.
I don't. Yeah.
So are you telling me Eugene like put his thumb up your butt?
You don't
I had
keep the
pants on.
thumb in the butt.
Well, I know, your
But it's
prickles
kind
are
of
on.
it's kind of a quick, like,
Hey, how you doing?
yeah, kind of a knock on the door.
Oil check.
Kind of a knock on the door. Yeah.
At one of the most prestigious bars in Austin.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. That sounds like Eugene.
Yep.
Yeah, it was him.
Yep.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Good
yeah.
dude.
Yeah. Shout,
Hey,
what?
it's podcast week too. by
Yeah,
the
it
way.
is. It is.
You gonna say something about your hat? I know you.
Yeah, I got a new hat, and I want y'all to. It's cool, man.
What's the CLH stand for?
Camp Longhorn,
Okay.
not whatever you think it is.
Well,
You sick pervert.
just asking questions. Jesus.
Yeah. It's
Check
just
it
a-
out, man.
Just a hat,
You
dude.
come in here wearing a new hat and don't want to be asked about it. Kind of weird. So did you go to camp? Did you get to ride the blob? Did you go airborne?
No, but I watch the kiddos do it. Those things are sick. They got 3 of them out there, man.
Do they have like a day, like the last day, where you go out there before you pick them up and like they do like a parade or some shit, like show you what they learned?
So the last day, it's called Visitors Day. We pick them up, but before we do that, they take a tour of the whole thing, the whole camp, check out their cabin, and then the kids play around, and do activities for a couple hours.
So
It's a whole situation.
the logical question that needs to be asked: was there a zip line situation?
I thought, I don't. Actually, there is a zip line, but it's not over water, which is it's
okay.
lakeside. They missed oppo, if you ask me. But yeah, there's a zip.
That's the spot.
Mm. Yeah. This weekend in fun, I'll tell you about an all-time dad moment. It was sick.
It's time to recap this weekend in fun, presented by our friends at Academy. We've been talking about row for a while. We've been wearing row for a while. I think Dave's on his row grind right now.
I got the shoes on for sure.
Oh, yeah, dude, for sure, baby. Forget in the zone or just out for the day. Row is a collection of on-trend closet staples made for whatever you're up for. It won't weigh you down with loud neons, oversized logos, and practical fabrics. Nope. Row includes a classic color palette, an inclusive, tailored fit that'll always be on trend and versatile enough for errands, dinner, or even a low-key evening. The collection features shorts, pants, joggers, polos, t-shirts, long sleeves, and a different mix and match colorways with sizes ranging from small to 2XL. And these things are great. It's got everything your boy needs right now. It's got sweat-wicking fabrics, so if you're an absolute sweat boy like me, don't worry about it. It's got hidden pockets. I don't know, maybe you're going to a concert trying to sneak something in. Don't worry about those hidden pockets.
Ooh.
Got the tailored inclusive fit. Just makes you feel athletic the second you put it on. But my favorite part of it, the tonal palette, my friends. What a color palette these things have on there.
I got the shorts on right now. I just remembered that. I'm rocking the shorts right now, David.
Hey, I wore them to the gym this morning.
Well, I'll be wearing these from the office to the gym later, so
Right. Then right to the boardroom. Potentially the discoteca.
it's a full evening. I don't know if I have time for all of that.
All right.
Father's Day coming up.
Nope.
No, it's not. It just happened.
It's
So
coming.
if you forgot about Father's Day,
It's never too early
go
to start
get it.
planning.
Yeah, you can tell that Sally got me something for Father's Day, which is why I remembered that it happened. Hey, if you're looking for reliable staples at an accessible price point, then shop Row, sold exclusively at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Visit academy.com/row or a location near you to shop today. Dylan, what'd you get into this weekend?
Oh, thanks for asking, Will. I had quite a jam-packed weekend. It was wedding weekend. Intern Klein, he was in here last week talking about the upcoming wedding. Man, what a full weekend. A lot of fun, a lot of good people. Thursday night welcome party out at Barton Creek. Great time. Got a fantastic fit off. I'm sure everybody saw it. That was a lot of fun. Friday, we played golf early morning out at Barton Creek Canyon and had an excellent time. My game is in the gutter, but that's okay. I still had a great time. My short game, even Will said, a little silky. It was kind of nice. I was kind of nice with that wedge.
I mean,
Dave.
yeah, I don't know how many compliments we can toss your way when it comes to the golf game.
No, my game is in the gutter.
But your wedges are on the green. You made up a lot of strokes around the green. I'll say that.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave,
Yeah,
have
I
something
told
to
you,
say?
please don't do that at the golf course.
It's a stroke play.
Okay.
Were you doing it?
No, I know, David.
Did you get any pops?
I don't even know what those are. I don't care.
He didn't get any pops.
I don't-
He doesn't keep a handicap.
Golf is fine. Golf is fine.
We should make a shirt
Yeah,
that says that
hashtag
on
golf
it.
is fine.
Went home and took a nap to rest up for the wedding because your boy was, I'm old. Needed my rest.
You got to get your drip up too.
The wedding was so much fun, man. I had a ball. You fellas were there. Dave was a dancing machine. I'm sure you saw him. I captured a lot of that on the Grom at D Shivery.
Yeah, I've got some issues with y'all.
Yeah, I've got some gripes as well, Dave.
Saturday morning, went to go pick up Parks at Camp Longhorn. And I was really worried about him at first because I talked about it. He was a little sad the first day. Settled in, had a great time. And when I picked him up, like parents were showing up and he was kind of like scanning the crowd looking for us, like kind of like really excited to see us. And I saw him first and I just yelled out for him. He screams, "Dad!" Runs up to me, throws his arms around me, starts happy crying. All-time dad moment, man. It was
Wow.
incredible. It made me, I cried, of course, because I'm a baby. He makes me a freaking baby. So much. It was great. It was a lot of emotion. Big time dad moment. Didn't tour the camp. That was great. Little pool party situation Saturday night or Saturday afternoon. Parlayed that into mats, and then we went out. We hit Dirty Bills. Just a full ass weekend.
Yeah, that Saturday was very unexpected.
It was fun. Sunday, I just licked my wounds and pretty much laid in bed for most of the day with Parks. He was happy to be lazy as well.
So I don't like to brag about hangovers and not getting them because typically I am down bad. But it is a good wedding situation and the vibes are high when wake up after the wedding and then after the subsequent post-wedding party day, felt pretty good. Wasn't down bad at all. And
Good for you, man.
yeah, I don't like to brag, but this was a new experience for me because I thought I was going to be done. Turn the phone off on Saturday, not doing anything.
Yeah, I learned that if you drink 7 Dos Equis and 3 ranch waters, you can wake up feeling pretty normal.
That's
after
all I
that
drink
wedding.
too.
Yeah, dude, vibes are just all-time high. I was just loving it.
Dude, how many Eckies did you have total?
No one had more. No one had more.
Dude, he was just housing Eckies.
Yeah.
All my exes used to live in Texas. I
But
took them all down this weekend.
damn.
The implications of
Recycled those,
that.
dog.
Okay. You did have a
They're
lot
getting
of
shipped
Dos
off to a
Equis.
processing plant somewhere.
Yep. So we think.
Well, yeah, probably not. They're
Probably
probably
just-
just getting thrown in a
Probably
dumpster
just throwing them
somewhere.
in an ocean.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what they do.
it's facts.
Is it my turn? I just kind of jumped in there.
I
I'll
mean,
finish, yeah.
is this your airing of grievances?
Well, yeah, in a sec. Golf was very fun and very great course. If you're gonna if you're coming from out of state and you're gonna play Barton Creek Canyons course, get ready. A weekend fee is oof. But it's cool. I think I only owe people. What do I owe for losing Wolf? I was bad. It was a bad day.
I somehow think I came out ahead.
I think you did too.
That's some good partners.
I definitely was the winner of the Wolf, and I have no clue how much money I'm owed.
I'll just send you
So,
$5.
Yeah, if you guys just want to, can I just put like my lunch day on the Wash Media card, and we'll call it a day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get a saran wrap sandwich.
As long as you go to Papalote.
No.
That's you can still
No,
get
no, no,
lunch
no.
at Papalote for under $10. Shout out to them.
And their family.
Golf is great, man. Did not take a nap before the wedding. Thought I might. Just didn't work out like that. Kids and things like that happened. So went right to the wedding. It was phenomenal. Shout out to Lexi and Klein. Did a great job. I like to think we live in a world where if you are having a good time at a wedding, maybe ripping it up on the dance floor on the DF, maybe like the paparazzi isn't there, like sniping you. Maybe like you can just feel free of all encumbrances and not look over and see your business partner and friend just videotaping you.
I believe at one point, you asked me to get you doing one certain dance move.
Oh
You
yeah,
said,
I
"Hey,
bet.
get this." So I don't apologize. I think I put you on display, and I think
What was the dance move? The double birds?
No,
'Cause
what's
that's what I'm giving
what's
you
that
now.
one call where you turn around and you just dropped it right in my face with your hand up?
It's the D-man.
The D man. You are not upset about the content I put out there.
It's just pretty sad that that's the world we live in, but it is the world we live in, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean-
Saturday was fun too. Go ahead, Willie.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna sit here and we're gonna really, talk about this, I think it needs to get brought up that there was a certain photo posted in a certain slideshow.
Yeah.
I think it was about the fourth photo posted in the slideshow, and the person that posted it is a well-known, "Hey, can I see that before you post it?" person. And I would just like to know the thought process that
Which
goes
one?
into posting a photo where somebody might have been about 7 Dos Equis deep plus 3 ranch
Oh,
waters.
you think I was 0 Equis deep at that point?
Oh, and also maybe the night before from the welcome party when you posted a photo of me.
Hey man, I was on a heater. I was doing content and I was featuring my good buds.
Dylan likes to post content where like his peers are like looking worse
Yeah.
to like elevate himself.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
classic.
an interesting move. It's an interesting move.
It's a
You
juxtaposition.
guys look
Dylan.
great
Yeah.
all weekend. What you
Yeah,
talking
it's an
about?
interesting move. I don't know.
You're a flawed guy.
There's a lot of criticism in the comments of your Instagram, Dylan.
No.
I was on record saying that I did not get my new suit to the cleaner in time, but I've also been wearing it to every event lately. So I mixed in my old suit. I have people insulting that, and I think you're just kind of leaving us open to some criticism that might be a little unnecessary, Dylan.
Will famously has a new suit on the way.
I think you guys look handsome in everything I posted, or else I wouldn't have done it. I'm always looking out for y'all. You guys are hot. Hot.
What were the
dudes.
shoes that I had? Taft.
Taft?
Can we get them back? That's a Grandex sponsor. They gave us some pretty nice shoes.
Yeah, there's someone at a thrift shop that got a really nice pair of unworn Chelsea boots at one point because they just straight up didn't fit me. But because it was an ad deal, I didn't know what to do. I couldn't just like.
You don't want to go on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, yeah.
Sunday. Oh, hello, Randall.
How'd you break your club?
Hey.
Oh, great.
Hold on.
Great call.
on. Can you re-ask that question, Randy?
How'd you break your club?
So towards the end of the round, we stumble up on a par 3, a long par 3, 215 ish, and I pull 3 iron. Didn't have any confidence in it, and at that point, the body just was not getting through the ball, so just flipped it, threw a little low hook, lost it. Terrible shot. Walked back behind the tee. Was like, dang it. Put the club, did the thing that you don't do. I put the club over my shoulders, behind my neck, and was like watching Dylan or Klein, somebody tee off, and was just kind of sitting there and like was not trying to break it, and then just kind of pulled down enough, and it just snapped over my neck, over like my shoulders. Didn't Bo
Damn.
Jackson it?
That club can't even handle you right now.
I'm basically saying now I need to buy new irons.
That's a great. I'm gonna start breaking my iron. So I'm like,
Yeah.
babe,
It's a great
I need new ones.
Yeah,
You forgot-
justification.
You didn't get me anything for Father's Day. I got to go get new ones.
I guess I'll just get something for myself.
You can have mine if you want
I don't.
them. Okay.
No, it's not
Your
that
irons
yours are
might
like,
have some stank on them. I'll take your wedges if you can make them left-handed.
I don't think that's possible. You have
I
to, like,
definitely don't want
recast
your
them.
driver.
Why not?
Do you need to change the setting on your driver? Like, honest question. Like, it might help you just to change a setting.
What I need is either a lot of lessons, or I just need to stop playing, which I'm leaning toward the latter. I told you, if my clubs were stolen, I wouldn't replace them. That's how I feel about golf.
So you're not going to pay for the handicap app?
No, never.
I got to
never
enter
will.
my score.
I entered my score, David. It went fine. It didn't do anything to my handicap. So I'm just right where I need to be. Just a classic bogey golfer.
I would have taken that.
Yep.
I did have a birdie.
You did, which was a outlier.
Yeah,
It
thanks for
was.
pointing that out. Yeah. It was.
Oh, I didn't do shit this weekend. No, I did. After the wedding and everything, I got to go celebrate my sister-in-law and my new brother-in-law at a party. And I went home and I caught up completely on Love Island. And it's great to be at this point in the Love Island season, guys.
Yeah.
It feels very good. One thing I have not caught up on, Dave, I know you're caught up on it, is The Idol. So I'm going to watch that next episode
not.
tonight. You said it was freaking twisted, so I'm very excited to go dip in.
No.
If you guys have Idol takes, please send them to Dave.
No. No, I'm not going to watch it. And I'm not going to
Didn't
accept
you
that
texted me
nickname.
last night, right
No, I
before it
didn't.
started. You said, "Dude, I don't have any Sunday scaries because my weekend's just beginning." And then you spelled weekend like him.
I remember that text.
I thought it
showed me
sounded
that
like a
no,
text
that you
I would
slid through with
send.
that. You slid through with that for sure.
All right, I need to run back and look.
I played my Zuck card last night.
Oh my God.
All right, give us the deets.
Jets?
Your boy went to Favorite Pizza. You guys familiar with this place?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yep. Had a little pizza party with some friends, and we decided to go Favorite on them. And so we hit him with that Caesar salad, one of the best Caesars in town. Mount Rushmore Caesar of Austin, Texas.
Oh my gosh.
And then, we hit him with that Bolognese pizza.
Famously stabbed 23 times.
The Bolognese?
Caesar.
That's how they cut the That's how they cut the
Mhm.
salad, actually.
Yep.
They chop it 23 times exactly. They called him Captain Stabbins.
They did. They did. Shout out Cherokee.
You know, it might have been harder to stab him if he had more of a fit bod.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
I don't
that's a good
know.
point. No, Will's onto something.
I
here.
don't.
It's almost
okay.
July, boys. You're not the same person that you were at the start of the year, so it's natural for your fitness journey to have ups and downs. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it's pool season.
Know what
man.
I'm saying, Campbell? Whatever your fitness level is or whatever your goals are, FitBod builds a dynamic workout plan just for you, and it optimizes future workouts based on your personal progress. It's a beautiful thing. Not only is it just a nice app that is it's a pleasure to use. They got HD tutorials.
Aesthetically pleasing.
It's just awesome. But like, if you're just sitting there and you're like, man, I haven't hit shoulders in a minute, shoulder season, it'll just start serving you different workouts.
It tailor makes your workouts for exactly what you ask for, what your desired results, and even takes into account your workout environment. Are you doing at home? Is it just body weight stuff, or are you at a gym with all the equipment available to you? It's pretty great.
I mean, yeah. So whatever your fitness level is, whatever your fitness goals are, they got something for you to stay consistent all summer long. These workouts, they improve as you do. So no matter what, the powerful technology understands your strength training ability. It studies your past workouts and it adapts to your available gym equipment, just like Dylan said. So you can track your achievements, learn new exercises, just get in shape with over 1,400 exercise demonstration videos that help you learn movements the right way. Wherever you are in your fitness journey, get the most out of every workout with FitBod. Get 20% off of your subscription at fitbod.me/steam. That's fitbod.me/steam. Dylan, take it away.
Yeah,
Take it away, my guy.
It's not that I wanted to talk about this, but when something so grotesque happens, in your backyard, you kind of have to at least acknowledge it on the podcast that you host, right?
Oh no. What happened?
What freaking happened, dude?
There's a video that's going viral. You ever heard about these viral things?
The virality.
There's a video that's going viral right now of a young lady who,
Okay.
maybe one of Randy's friends, I'm not sure, was out on 6th Street.
Like Dirty Sixth?
It's called Dirty Sixth, yeah,
Okay.
which is the part of 6th Street, if you're unfamiliar, between like Congress and I-35, like east-ish 6.
Yeah, it's where you're most likely to run into a police barricade and also like have like a dude stop you for a man on the street interview or
Yeah,
something.
and it's a younger crowd,
Yeah.
J-Bone.
cheaper drinks than other parts of town, I think. It's rowdier. It's probably more dangerous, and it's a
It's
little
not as
sketchy.
murdery as Rainy.
That's true. Fewer murders.
Dylan, but like they have a lot of fun. They have a lot of rowdiness too.
It's true.
If
Yeah.
you do it to a scale.
Anyway,
Are there
they
any
also
gentlemen
have,
down there?
they probably have a
No,
few rowdy gentlemen.
Sadly, there's none. There's none.
or not. Yeah, that's true. So they have police officers on horseback down there too. Easier to get, weave through the crowds, because there are no vehicles. They barricade it, like Dave said, no vehicles anywhere. These horses, they take shits on the road. They're horses. They don't know any better. They shit on the road. There's horse shit everywhere. Not everywhere. Some places. There's a video of a young lady surrounded by a group of people, all have their cameras out. One of those scenes, Anyway,
I'm just sitting here.
and she's on her knees.
Your horniness is just so imposing.
She's on her knees by a pile of horse shit,
Uh-huh.
and then she just starts smearing it all over her face.
Go off, Queen.
And then she's like Snow Angel in the horse shit,
In the doo-doo?
in the doo-doo,
Girl, you're
While-
my angel.
while And so many people are
You're my
filming it.
You're my horse poop
angel.
angel.
And I'm just thinking like the Sunday scaries. Shout out 500K, by the way. The Sunday scaries that this young lady probably had yesterday. When something like that's going viral, and like, hopefully she was completely out of her mind. Like,
What
you
if,
know,
like,
Sounds
I
like
don't-
drugs might have been involved.
Drugs
What
were
if, but
probably
like
in
we're
play.
jumping to conclusions here. Like, what if she read an article on like Goop or something from Gwyneth Paltrow that said that taking a poop bath increases your vitamins in your skin?
if you want to take a poop bath, I recommend you don't do it in public.
Okay, what if it's a long shot, but what if she's just out there rolling in the slop and she's looking for her pig? Maybe she knows there's some pigs in town, some pay pigs, just right down the road,
She thought you were going to head over to
down around
Dirty.
Lamar Way.
Is
Yeah.
there any chance that she could have been inside one of the horses, like Ace Ventura, inside of the rhino, and then she found herself out on the street because she got birthed by the horse?
I don't think that was in
Because
play
they're real
here.
horses. I don't know if it would work like that.
If
But
that's
maybe.
you, and you're like your face is very visible in these videos, by the way. If that's you, do you go to work Monday?
I probably
take
am
a
going
couple
to
days.
contact, and I don't know how to get in contact with them. I think it's more they get in contact with you, the Witness Protection Program, and I probably wouldn't talk to anybody ever again.
I'm not only am I not going into work on Monday, but I'm probably quitting my job. I'm probably moving away, change my appearance a bit.
I'm gonna call the vacuum repair guy and just have him come pick me up in a unmarked vehicle and just take me away, put me in his basement, and then just send me to like Nebraska to work
I would never
Shipley's or whatever.
I would never return
Sit
to
on.
Austin again. You can't come back from being the horse poop girl.
How'd she get home?
No.
I don't know.
You're an Uber driver.
No, that's a
Mm.
one
You're
star.
an Uber
man.
driver, and she gets in the whip. How like are you making it more than a
No.
block,
It's
You
like
put
you s-
her, you strap her to the top of the vehicle like Mitt Romney's dogs.
dude? Why did he do that?
She's just-
You can't do that.
They're in a crate, but it doesn't make it any
It's
better.
not. It's not okay.
Yeah, don't do that.
What's weirder, that he has binders full of women, or he straps his dogs to the top of the car for road trips?
The
I think
dog
it's the
thing.
latter. Yeah.
No, it's in a crate.
Oh,
It's not a
okay.
ladder.
Right.
It's tough for dogs to get up ladders.
Mhm.
They don't have thumbs.
That's true.
Famously.
Anyway,
Do you think she like fell into it and was like embarrassed, and then she's like, "Oh, I meant to get in here.
Yeah, I
Oh,
tried to do this.
This is really good for you."
No, she was
Actually-
on her knees in front of it while people were encouraging her to pick up the poop and start playing with it. And so she did and started smearing it all over
Okay,
her face.
if you
and her
were
mouth.
encouraging this, if you were down there and you had your phone out and you're like egging on, you're like, "Hey, yeah, get more poop from the horse and put it on you." You've got some problems yourself. You're not
Yeah.
much better off.
At least you're not the person who smeared poop on her face.
No, but you're poop adjacent.
You are.
I mean, so one time, this was probably probably 7 years ago. I was living in Austin, I had some old roommates, and they had some people out to a lake house for the 4th of July. And I went to bed. I was sleeping on the ground. Not an ideal situation, but that's what it was for the 4th of July, chill fest. And I woke up to a girl putting some peanut butter on my mustache and in my beard, and I got kind of annoyed. And I was like, "Get away from me! What are you doing?" So I went and tried to wash it out, but I could smell the peanut butter in my beard for about 5 days after that.
That's good.
And but it pissed me off every single time because I also had the hangover that was associated with like a long weekend at a place where you're drinking all day. And it pissed me off every single time. This girl, meanwhile,
Imagine if you smelled poop for 5 days.
exactly.
I'm watching it.
Like I was driving to work a few months ago, and I have a child. He's young. I have to change his diapers famously.
Right.
And I was driving to work one day, and I reached up and scratched my nose, and sure enough, I smelled poop on my hands. And so I rolled the window down in my car, and I went the rest of the time with just my hand out the window because I didn't want to have it in the car.
were you doing this?
Yeah, I was kind of doing one of those,
It's so fun.
you do the wave.
It's crazy.
But like,
Wouldn't be like
it
that.
rattled me so bad that I couldn't even have the window up. And this girl is just sitting here just rolling in poop.
I just don't know how you ever come back from this. Your reputation is just destroyed.
You're out the group text. You're
I-
you're not in my group text.
I couldn't be your friend. By association, I'm like Poopa J. It's like Dave
If
said,
she's listening, I would like her to send in a worst of story to worstof@washmedia.com. If anyone else out there has any stories that are as bad as this girl's story, we'd also like to hear your story at worstof@washmedia.com.
Do you think maybe she was trying to hide her scent? As like, typically dogs, wolves, canines will roll in poo poo to hide their scent so they can hunt, and it's typically like their prey's doo doo.
Mhm.
So, do we think this might have been like a hunting play?
I don't think so, Dave. I think she was just out fucked up on 6th Street.
I don't like how you respond to me sometimes. Like, I'm asking a valid question,
It is a valid question.
and
I'm
you're so
sorry, man.
condescending.
It is
I'm
valid.
just
I'm sorry,
asking if she
dog.
was maybe
Sure,
on some
yeah.
primal shit.
That's possible. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure thing. Yeah, man. Anyway, hey, don't do that if you're listening. Not a good look.
Yeah,
People will
there's-
judge you.
Yeah, 6th Street's Dirty Six is probably the worst place to do it because people just go down there with like professional cameras to find stuff like this, like, and post it and get views, get some clout. So yeah,
Does
they
this
were
girl
ready.
have an OnlyFans by the end of the week?
So you think she might lean into this a little bit?
I think she might
it's
not
me,
only lean in, I think she might
Roll in it.
It's me.
roll in it and rub it all over.
horse poop girl on
It's
TikTok.
me.
Honestly, if she's into it and there's
Hi.
other people into it, you might as well.
I'm the poop girl. It's me.
There might be some kind of sick fetish thing going on here. I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
I think it's drugs. I think it's
Yeah.
What kind of drugs? though?
PCP.
PCP.
Is PCP the one that makes you roll in poop? Poop.
It's not the face eating one. That's bath salts.
Yeah,
I gave Dave some bath salts the
you
other
did.
day.
I actually put them in my bathtub. I didn't smoke them.
Why didn't you
Oh.
smoke them, dude?
I just thought like
That shit was expensive.
It was. I got to tell you, great bath.
Is it going to be tough to like go back to other bath salts after those ones?
Yeah, my Epsom salt bath.
Yeah.
It's just not the same.
Yeah. I've been taking Epstein salt baths. It's where I Google Epstein news, get angry.
Well, just go on Twitter because he's literally trending every day.
Yeah, but I've started to realize that I don't think he's just trending because there's actual news. It's more trending because like there's just a bunch of bot accounts just saying stuff about Epstein.
Yeah, anytime like something bad happens to a certain political person, it's like, oh, we're gonna prosecute for this, but we still don't know who was in Epstein's flight logs. Blah blah blah. And don't get me wrong, there is a lot of truth in that, but I don't really like the fake seeing it trending and thinking, oh, there's some big break in the case. They're gonna finally tell us who did this, and it's not. It's just bots, like you said.
Apparently, Ghislaine's having a real good time in her max security prison. She's made some friends.
Oh,
She's going on regular runs around the track. She's
That's
trying
important.
to eat organically, but I don't think they're obeying that.
they have tracks in the prison.
It looks like, yeah, I saw a video.
They just feed him slop in there. It's hard to eat organically in there.
You haven't been Venmoing her, have you, David?
Please don't
I think the government seized her accounts at this
Don't-
point, so please don't waste your money on her,
pay
Dave.
pig Ghislaine, man.
No, that's why my Cash App was frozen.
Sir, please stop. You see you.
I didn't
We're
know.
monitoring
I
you.
didn't
Sir.
know at the time. I thought
Sir.
she was just I thought she was just a little baddie looking for a pig.
Right.
No, she was trafficking children, David.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know it at the time.
Can we stop talking about this story?
Yeah, I'm ready to move on. Man. It's pretty.
We kind of did.
We got a story from last week that I'm gonna. Since you were on the bowling team with Alexis, Texas, I'll throw it to you, Dave.
Was in the well, hold on. Let's there's some truth to that. I was in a bowling class with not only Alexis, Texas, right on the cut. Like this was before she became Alexis, Texas.
I'm not sure who she is, so I'm gonna Google it real quick.
Oh, you'll know her. Also, the great
Yeah.
Kyle Park, noted Texas singer songwriter.
Man. Also, noted media celebrity David Ruff is in there.
Yeah,
So
quite the class. Oh,
Yeah, I'm on her Instagram. It appears as though she does some pretty risque stuff.
going well.
Yeah.
Did you know that Stephen F. Austin has a bowling team?
Is that a university or just a dude who started a bowling team?
That is to be clear, that is the university, not the high school,
okay.
which makes this story a little more palatable.
What's the F stand for? Freaking?
Stephen freaking Austin.
Dude. Did he do this to differentiate himself from Stone Cold Stephen Austin?
My God, that's SFA's music. Now, what is that? I don't know what the middle one is. He should know. You lived in Austin.
Yeah, what's your man's middle name, dog?
Frederick. I don't
It's
know.
not a bad guess.
I don't know.
It's not a bad guess.
could be.
It's Fraser's kid's name.
Can you look that up while I
Steve-
tell the story of what
Sure, man.
happened here? We had ourselves a good old-fashioned bowling team scandal.
Fuller.
Easy on the Pepsi.
That's the thing, dude.
Yep.
Crush
quick.
that.
That was quick.
You had the head coach of SFA's women's bowling team, women's being an important part of this. Amber Lemke is her name. She's the head coach, and she previously had hired her husband, Steve Lemke, to work with her as an assistant coach. You got to get some help. Like, there's too many issues on this team. We need another set of eyes to help with the curve or whatever, the bowling ball. I don't know how much coaching there is.
He's the one who wiped him down before they used him.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Steve, her husband, had a consensual extramarital affair with a bowler on the team.
What are you doing, Steve? Hey, Steve, don't do that.
His wife, Amber, found the text messages.
Ooh. Got the receipts on him.
Got to use WhatsApp or whatever the app that people are doing now.
Don't tell people how to have an affair.
I'm just saying, like, what are you doing?
Don't encourage that.
Steve was fired for breach of ethics.
It is quite unethical.
Now, you might be
Does it
thinking,
explicitly
like,
say in the bylaws that you can't smash your bowling athletes?
I'm glad you asked, Will. Dave, you want to go on?
well, the reason we're doing this story, not because, like, this is so crazy. Oh, my God, I can't believe this guy was hooking up with a college chick he was coaching. It's more his post-scandal quotes are...
So let me guess. He was super remorseful, and
No.
apologetic, and felt terrible about it.
He was very pragmatic about what had happened. I knew it was kind of a no-no, but there's not a rule saying it can't happen.
That's right.
There's not a law saying, I'm going to go to jail for doing something like this. There's nothing in stone. I guess it's just an ethics code. Like, we frown upon it, but there's no rule. There's no law broken, again, with the law. So he's looking to the statute.
Yeah. It's like,
There is none.
You can't lock me up.
No.
You can fire me, maybe.
It's
But
kind of spitting facts, though.
yeah.
Not trying to justify his actions or anything, but I'm just saying.
He's not. Yeah. He's not justifying it. I mean, he's giving it a shot.
He was asked about the text messages he received. He said, it didn't have anything in detail. It was just about how amazing I am, basically, in general perspective. Amber, his wife, saw that and questioned me, and I got to the point where it just built up so much that I basically told her the truth after she dug through my phone. Like, okay, fine. I gotta keep going
After
through
you've
my
read the
shit.
entire affair, I told you the truth.
All right.
What do you think the color of Amber's energy was when she found out about this affair?
What we're doing here, Dylan, is some 311 humor.
I knew that there was some kind of
Are you down?
just stupid reference there, but
You look at Dylan when Will does that, he's all mixed up.
Mhm.
Doesn't know what to do. Anyway, he kept going. I was the stay-at-home dad for 5 years with the kids, while Amber got to go off and coach the team. And when she'd get back, I'd run practices on top of taking care of the kids while she was back, Steve said. When they'd travel again, I would sit back and take care of the kids. Then when I got hired on, she almost forced me to run practices. I was a volunteer the entire time before that, trying to help out Amber. Once I got hired on, one thing stemmed from another. I felt like I was doing too much for what I was being valued at. So, naturally,
Naturally, what?
he's just saying, like, look, if you look at the facts, if you look at my situation, you could see.
he's trying really hard to justify his behavior. He's like, yeah, I don't, I was a very supportive husband for a while, and then I just,
He's like, oh, you want to be the head coach? You want me to run practices? You're just going to, okay, watch this. Check my texts.
yeah, I feel like hopefully behind closed doors, when he spoke to Amber about this, his wife, he was a little bit more apologetic and
I don't
remorseful.
know. He's in a way, maybe in a big way, he's kind of putting this on her a little bit.
Yeah,
Like all you care about is coaching the team.
I believe we call that gaslighting.
You're smacking, you made me, I'm running practices. I'm an assistant coach.
You didn't treat me fairly.
You forced me to do this. He had to
Yeah.
get.
Hey, Amber, you can do better, sis. Lose this jerk. You're out of here, buddy.
What a beautiful disaster.
You can do better than this fella.
Like, what? How common is this in the collegiate bowling community?
I don't know.
I didn't know there was one.
You have to wonder if like this story is going to act like a transistor, lightning resistor, and potentially have like implications that throughout the bowling, it's called collegiate bowling community.
You still put the bumpers up when you bowl, right?
Yeah, it's more
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. No,
I'm
no
going
gutter
to.
balls.
I'm not going to bowl to like break any records. I just want to bump it.
You're getting at least one pin down every time.
All right, this foursome goes to go hit the lanes, bang some pins. Who's finishing on top?
Something tells me Brett's the guy who like tries to spin it,
Oh yeah,
Just
and it
gutter
goes in
ball.
the gutter for like the first 5.
and then he'll get a couple strikes. But yeah, see, like I see, but you don't have to spin it like that.
I can see Randy having some like low key skill, like he got really into bowling in high school or something, and he's still got some like overflow skill.
He's got like not like immediate family member, but there's like a distant family member who's
second
like
cousin once removed.
who's bowled perfect games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
my aunts and uncles are in leagues.
That's some Midwest
Okay.
shit for sure.
Yeah, like nothing wrong with it.
I was pretty good at it. I bowled in the 200s one time.
Nothing makes me want to wash my hands like bowling.
Oh my god.
My hands are like toxic waste when I leave. I'm just straight to the bathroom.
People in that
scrub.
in that bowling class, people would order food like hamburgers,
Oh,
and they
no.
would bowl and they would eat in between.
no.
And I was just like, dude, even then, so I was a germaphobe, and I was like, that is so gross.
You pull your fingers out of those holes, and it's like
There's just
ugh.
hundreds of fingers you're putting in your mouth. Which to some people,
If I had like sometimes when we're recording these episodes, just pulling the curtain back here, we're going beyond the
That's what we
whatever.
do, man.
like sometimes I think to myself, like, what could I call this episode? Like what based on the topics at hand, and like unfortunately the only name that's coming to mind right now is bowling for poop. And I don't like it.
No, let's not do that.
Yeah, I don't
man.
like it. So we need to I think we need to have some other stories that we mix in today, maybe.
I think we got a few more.
We could also just call it bowling for poop and like call it right now.
It's not. I don't want to do that.
You don't
man.
think you'd wanna
No,
do
that's
that?
not clickable.
Okay. I get it. Like
Yeah.
I understand where you're coming from.
There might be a lot of haters and losers who are like, I can't believe how late they were on the story. Just want to let y'all know.
We were actually early.
We had this on the rundown Wednesday, but Wednesday went off the rails and was such a banger. We're like, you know what? We'll have this ready for Monday. And I hope you enjoyed it.
It's a banger for sure.
Hope you enjoyed it very much.
You know what I enjoy? Squarespace.
Yeah.
I started Sunday Scaries 10 years ago next month. 10 years ago. When I did that, I was like, you know what? I need to build a website on something. And I stumbled upon Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform for building your brand and growing your business online. You can stand out with a beautiful website. You can engage with your audience. You can sell anything, your products, the content you create, even your time. I have no development prowess. I don't know how to code. I can do some basic coding, but I can't code a website,
We
David.
know a little HTML.
Dude,
I know a little
dabble.
HTML, but
Daddy-
I don't know enough to build an actual website. I'm out here just trying to make ends meet. I consider myself creative, but that seems so analytical to me that I've just never been able to do it. But luckily, Squarespace makes everything so incredibly simple, from designing the website to implementing different things on the website, whether you're trying to do an email sign-up form, maybe you have a blog going on, maybe you're selling some products. You can do it all. You can even send emails from Squarespace itself to your follower base. It's a beautiful thing. We're in the podcast genre. You can even post a podcast on there if you want to.
It's so helpful.
It's wild. Right now, do what I did. Go to squarespace.com/Steam for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, use offer code STEAM to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Go make that happen. Again, squarespace.com/Steam for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, use offer code STEAM to save 10% off of your first purchase of a website or domain. An article came out last week on the New York Times. I'm always checking the Times, seeing if there's anything I need to read, anything I need to make fun of. And this was called the Dad Cannon. Thought it was going to be about, dad dick, but
Yeah.
Dylan wrote a column about that one time.
that was not me.
And so I was like, oh, I'm going to click on this. But what I found was that they came up with a, quote, highly specific, clearly subjective taxonomy of today's dads, what they can't stop wearing, reading, or talking about. And so I thought to myself, this might be a good thing to maybe just dip a little toe into. So we don't have to name the episode Bowling for Poop.
Yeah, I have to say, some of this is pretty spot on.
So we start off today. It says shoes that can code switch. They're talking about, shoes that are maybe some dad shoes, your New Balances, your Asics gels, your Crocs.
Specifically, the New Balance 990s, apparently. Which, as someone who was a big 993 guy back in the day,
Oh, you mean frat cruisers?
I didn't want to say it, but
My
it's life when you're a frat star.
New Balance shoes are kind of like Mercedes to me and BMWs. I don't know the corresponding numbers or what they mean. So whenever people say them, I just nod along and hope that no one asks me anything specific.
I just know the 993s because those are the classic, like gray with the reflective end, the frat cruisers that everybody had.
What was the TFM someone submitted about?
I don't know word for word, but one of my all-time favorite TFMs was like the glare of the ends running across the yard when the cops show up to break up your
It's good.
whatever.
That's life when you're a motherfucking frat star.
That's exactly right, dude. They're so frat.
Mhm,
I was
mhm.
actually more of a New Balance 999 shoe.
Really?
Yeah, I was on my 999 plan back in my Herman Cain days.
That's beyond me, but I'm sure that some people enjoyed it.
Godfather's Pizza.
Is that the friend of Dylan's friend, Co?
What?
Herman's brother, Co. Cocaine would be his name.
Well, that
Yes. Cocaine. That's another cocaine joke
Yeah.
at my expense.
I thought you were going to take the vehicle and put it back onto the road, but you just drove it further off the road.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah, I don't know my left and
Took it
right.
off the
so you said punch it to the left.
Are dads rocking Crocs?
No.
Yes, they are.
Are they?
I'm not.
Oh.
I'm not. Crocs have been in vogue for a little bit now. I'm anti Crocs still. I'm pro Crocs on my son, but I'm not gonna wear Crocs.
Ooh, want to hear something interesting about Crocs on your son? Not yours specifically. They have swim day or splash day at Rhodes Daycare
Yeah.
every Wednesday.
Yeah.
No Crocs. They say specifically, we don't want those.
Funny you
Crocs
say
here.
that, David. The school that Fritz goes to,
'Cause
they
they're
said they
swaggers.
specifically said no Crocs, and when they do their water day, turns out I don't give a fuck. I sent him in his Crocs.
This guy, if you're new here, something you need to know about Will. He doesn't give a fuck, man.
Mhm.
Why is that? They're gray water shoes, right?
I think it's just they're clunky. Maybe the kids trip on them. I don't know.
I think they float too.
I decided
They're not
one day that
loafers.
I did not want to send him in something else, and so I just sent him in his Crocs, and no one said anything. So I've been doing it ever since. Kind of the bad boy at daycare.
He's a bad, yeah.
Yeah.
Just walk around just pump faking kids in his Crocs. Like, that's right, bitch.
I think Dylan's the most likely to have the most dad shoe game, though.
His golf shoes are certainly.
My golf shoes certainly are
Dude.
terrible.
Not great.
I know.
Do you ever wonder what your handicap would be if you didn't have those shoes?
No, don't care. Golf's fine.
Golf is fine.
Mm-hmm.
The next one they have on here is let's just give him a pouch. Says a man can hardly be blamed if after a long day at work, he looks in his pantry, sees a small translucent sachet filled with earth tone slurry of organic vegetables, hands it to his child and calls it dinner. I can go on record saying I don't just hand over a pouch for dinner.
A
This
lot
is
for dinner.
diminishing. This is diminishing
This is
what
a
men do in the
snack.
kitchen.
A lot of times they want the pouch.
This is an
Oh,
on,
yeah.
the, on the go
The pouch is a
snack.
good supplemental.
Yeah, you can't replace an entire dinner with a 70-calorie snack.
No, wait. Obviously, what you do is you ask, "Hey, do you want mac and cheese and chicken nuggets?" And he's like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I do." You make them, and then you give it to him, and he doesn't want it. And you're like, "Oh,
then
cool. I
you
guess
eat
I'll
it.
just eat this or throw it. I
Ooh.
don't know. Put it in the fridge. Oh, okay, Will.
What?
It's classic.
Be
kids,
professional,
man.
you two. Let me change my clothes without you guys commenting.
My-
Because Dylan's got the heat on.
My average boner number just went up by a little bit, I think.
Stop. There's
That's-
something called competence porn. It says the essence of dad core is that you have a very competent middle-aged man who's just kind of plugging away, saving the day through hard work. I don't even know what they're talking about in this one. Are they just talking about like dads reading shit about being dads? Or are they just talking about like what we read? Fuck this one.
Yeah, it's about what we read. It's kind of a lame-o one.
Oh, hey, New York Times, we don't actually read, dude.
The next one hits home.
This is where it gets good.
Are you worried, Dave?
No.
They're exposing you right now. They're talking about pellet grills.
Okay.
Do you grill pellets on these grills?
No. The pellets are on a heating. They get fed into a heating device
Apparatus.
and it creates smoke. So you get like the smokiness of a smoker, but it's much easier to use.
They're
and
very useful in maintaining a constant temperature, low effort.
often looked down upon by grill hardos.
I get it.
I think I'm going to
Which
do a
I'm
brisket
fine
this
with.
weekend
A brisket?
on my brother-in-law's Traeger with him. I think we're going to do a brisket together.
Oh,
We talked about it this weekend, and I've never done one. I've always wanted to. Or I've done it before, but I've never been integral in the process. And so I think we're going to make this happen.
we've been doing our steaks exclusively on the cast iron skillet. We did
Wow.
it last
So do you have a good
night. Yeah, you
ventilation
want.
system in your crib?
Yeah, I've gotten it to where is heat it in the oven, then throw it on the burner that's right on the back, that's right under the big fan, which I'm still not sure if that fan does anything, but it does make noise. Throw it on high, get that skillet as hot as you can. They say 500 degrees. I don't think I'm getting close to 500, but enough to sear it, doing sear a minute each side, then throwing it in the oven at 415 for like 4 or 5 minutes. Great steaks. Really good steaks.
So
Is that your classic reverse sear?
That is a reverse sear, technically, I believe. You can reverse sear on a Traeger too, but my Traeger, when it was operational, never got close to what they said it would on temperature. Never got 500.
So if you got a steak that was a cowboy cut, would you be doing reverse cowboy?
answer the question, David.
I prefer reverse bone in.
Dylan, what were you saying?
I was saying that Dave purchased a Yeti cast iron skillet for $400, and that's what he uses.
No. Brett's girlfriend actually gave me one they had laying around.
Oh, that was nice of her.
Why are they
$400?
$400?
Because it says
It's a
Yeti.
collab. It's a collab with like a Japanese cast iron skillet company.
Still, just if you're buying that, like, you have too much money.
It comes in a box that says Yeti on it, so that's why it costs $400.
That'd be weird.
Brett saw a Yeti once while he was peeing on the side of the road.
I know.
They also call out dads for listening to Roman history at 1.7 speed. I think that's just making fun of us for listening to Dorcast podcasts at quick speeds.
It is.
Dude, people
Yeah, I'm listening to Carlin, bro.
people
Deal with
that
it.
are public about how they listen to podcasts at an increased speed, that's the biggest dork shit I've ever heard. I don't care. I like to slow down in life. I like to not just pound my brain with knowledge like it's a fucking hanging bag.
Plus, if you're listening to hardcore history sped up, you're missing out on like some really great dramatic pauses and like the inflection of Dan Carlin's like the just voice. Just it's so good.
The half speed option is funny. I don't know why anyone would ever choose the half speed option, but it makes us sound really drunk.
If I'm sipping that slow mo, maybe I'll listen to it at half speed.
That double cupped oil.
Yeah, if I'm cupped up, oiled up, yeah.
Well, people don't realize how good we sound on half speed. It just sounds like we're absolutely obliterated.
It does, yeah.
It's fun. I like listening to it on half speed sometimes.
Like we've been sipping on that scissor.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying, Dave? Sipping on that scissor.
They also call out dads for knowing way too much about statistics on things.
Oh man, I hate being well informed.
Yeah, yeah. Suddenly we're not supposed to have just like, a brain on us. I think they're really just coming at that website that ESPN just got rid of. Didn't they just get rid of their like dork analytics side of things?
Did they?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Will, have you purchased
Sorry, I'm on Baseball Reference, bro.
have you purchased a 90s rap album on vinyl yet?
No, I actually haven't. I have a couple in my on my want list on Discogs. Do you follow me on Discogs, Dylan?
Yeah.
It's my vinyl trading app.
Which one
It's
are you trying to
vinyl.
holler at?
Do you want to hear my want list?
Yeah.
I can just holler at my entire want list right now if you want me to, player.
You're hoping people are going to buy it and send it to you.
No. People shouldn't do that. No, I got a couple on there. Actually, one of them that I have on here is the one that is pictured in here. I do like me some Tribe Called Quest. But the one that I think is going to be my first rap vinyl purchase will be Illmatic by Nas.
Okay.
I was always a big Nas guy in high school. I don't want to play Uchi Waldi on vinyl in front of my son, as that is a really inappropriate song.
Right.
It's Randy's ringtone, which I think is just really weird. Gucci Bang Bang.
It's a little over Randy's head.
Yeah, apparently dads are just buying. I mean, this is very true. I'm the most likely to fall into this category. If Dave's the smoker guy, I'm unfortunately the vinyl guy.
The next one hits home for me as well.
The weed is too strong, Dylan.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure strains of weed modern day have gotten much stronger than they used to
Well,
be.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I don't think
that's
people
facts.
realize this. Like they were smoking absolute fucking mid weed back in the day.
I was in for a very rude awakening that time. I took half of Ross's bong hit at that Halloween party, and it immobilized me for an hour and a half. I couldn't move. I could barely speak. It was truly shocking how strong it was.
Yeah, this article correctly calls out that the weed is simply too strong these days. I hit a indica pen while I was in California, where it is legal, during my sister-in-law's wedding last week, and it put me on a different planet.
See, the pens, I gravitate to the pens because I feel like you can control the intake much better, and it's not as strong, at least for me.
I just don't like edible. I don't like high dose edibles.
Oh, I don't either.
Like the reason I like early bird is because they are the appropriate amount for what I need.
This is a callback, but you ever have you seen all the memes about the animation at bowling alleys with the pins? Like after you get like a strike, and like
And they're-
there really is some like intricate.
The horny ones?
Yeah, what's going on?
I don't know. I don't know, David.
Who's watching this?
Who's watching? Do you guys have multiple screens for your computer at home?
No.
Kind of surprised.
My
like,
wife does for work purposes.
damn,
Yeah,
it's alpha.
yeah.
She's a
There you
fucking
go.
girl boss.
Yeah,
Well, apparently dads love giant screens. Do you guys read sci-fi? I got some buddies that read sci-fi, but like I'm not into that. I feel like you guys just read like nonfiction books.
I read self-help books pretty much exclusively.
I don't hate that movie. Like I think they're
They're
easy
nice.
to read and like it kind of you get value out of it.
Yeah, you do.
I don't read that much fiction. I can't sit here and act like I'm just a fiction reader.
Sci-fi has never done anything for me.
Apparently, dudes are just reading sci-fi at like a lot.
Might-
I have no desire to get into sci-fi.
I might dabble.
Do you read sci-fi, Randy? Do you care to?
I don't read.
okay.
All right, fair enough. You can though, right?
I think.
He thinks you can
Jeez.
read.
I think. Do you guys have opinions on T-shirts? Because apparently, dads these days are very aggressive about their T-shirts. I think I have several, but I also
Opinions on
host
them?
retail therapy.
Oh, okay, never mind.
What?
I was thinking a graphic tee with like stuff written on them. Like
Non-sponsor. Let's just take sponsors out of it. Like, do you have a go-to T-shirt these days?
I don't know enough about T-shirts. I don't know like the cool brands, so I usually just do like a J. Crew pocket tee. I own several of those. I don't really know better.
I'm either going. I've got 3 that currently are in my heavy rotate. The Dirk Nowitzki graphic tee of his draft day, where he's got the big German butt cut. Love that shirt. There's my Early Bird T-shirt. Shout out to Early Bird CBD, non-spawn, but shout them out. What's the code? Back
Well,
in
they
20?
don't sell. I mean, they're not like a T-shirt company.
You can
Just
buy their
back-
merch though. You can buy merch from them. And the third one is from. It's a Muggsy T-shirt. It's the one that you told me I look like Scott Disick in.
Mm-hmm.
That's my go-to. You asked. Is that not what you were looking for? You wanted
No,
like
it's exactly what I was looking
Did you
for,
want
David. Thank
Gildan?
you. Thank you.
Okay.
No, I'm okay with that.
Hey, I found a box of books that I've had since college and collected in my 20s in my garage yesterday. And I don't know what kind of content I want to do with it, but it is worth it. It might be worth a segment on Wednesday. So just stay tuned.
Okay,
Found my comic books.
that's sick.
Also found my Far Side, my multiple Far Side books that were a big player Scholastic Book Fair.
Like
Yeah, I'm
about the
listening.
rap.
Yeah, it's Far Side, Gary Larson.
Oh,
The next one on here is Goat Talk.
what? Just arguing who the goat is?
Yeah,
We've been known to
No,
do
it's
that.
also Gen
see-
Zers who intern for
Yeah,
us
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it-
also Brando.
Yeah, intern Brando
Love
loved
Brando.
talking who the goats were.
every day.
You see that video of Tom Brady and Michael Jordan playing basketball together this weekend?
I did not.
Yeah, they were just balling together.
Damn, that's sick.
Yeah,
Those are 2 goats, man.
neither of them have a wet enough bounce pass to play with me.
I'm pretty sure Michael Jordan has a decent bounce.
Nah,
pass.
his bounce pass is
How does
trash.
Tom look out there? Can he handle himself on the court?
I think the video that I saw was very honestly, it's probably Tom Brady's people putting out this
It's
video.
CGI.
Like they definitely put this out themselves to be like, oh yeah, Tom Brady plays basketball with Michael Jordan. Like who gives?
Yeah,
Who
This
gives
is
a fuck?
good for them. Whatever.
The next one on here we need to talk about.
Okay,
I've never
Okay,
heard
David.
of prestige children's television before.
is that what you would consider Bluey to be? Because that's what they call out here.
Is Bluey prestige?
I don't know. Bluey is kind of like on the high end.
Parks never got into Bluey. I'm totally unfamiliar with this game.
It's just about Australian dogs. It's not a game.
Bluey's
You think this is a game?
no his game.
You think this is a fucking game?
I'm sorry, I brought it up. I'm just trying to contribute to the podcast. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Bluey's fine. Fritz he doesn't care that much about Bluey, but I think Bluey is one of the better ones to watch.
Bluey is almost universally the go-to for parents, just because it is kind of, it's entertaining. It's not, I'm not saying you're going to sit there when your kid's not around and watch it, but it is kind of fun. There's a little bit of adult humor in there, like lightly sprinkled in.
Have you fucked with Frog and Toad yet?
No,
On Apple TV Plus?
no, but
Dude,
always looking for new
Fritz
material.
loves it, dude. And it's an absolutely delightful watch. There's jazz music in the background. It's pretty chill. You see Frog and Toad just absolutely mob together. Sometimes they get cookies. Other times they get a new pair of shoes.
Now I got to ask, is it Frog and Toad or Frog and Toadstool, Will?
It's just Frog and Toad. It's not a mushroom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure.
It is confusing that you would call something toad when it's actually a mushroom and not a toad. You know what I mean? So, I mean, some people would call people dumb that say toadstool, but not me.
Hey, speaking of mushrooms and toads,
Yeah.
this is a really hard pivot, but we have a friend we used to work with who recently went on a DMT retreat.
Oh, really? Really?
And he lives in Austin, and I don't really think he would care if we named him, but would he be a fun for a segment?
Yeah.
'Cause
Because I don't know
can't-
who you're even talking about.
You could probably guess. It's Ryan.
Oh, okay.
He was posted. Yeah, Ryan went to some place and did a DMT ceremony. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that sometime.
We had him on Touching Base one time, but then the audio got lost somehow.
Oh, been there.
He was like our third ever guest.
Shout out to Brunch.
Don't expose
They
brunch
lost
like that,
they lost
David.
my audio.
Damn, Dave.
They didn't care for my jokes, and that's fine. I care for theirs.
I don't. Some of these other ones I'm just not caring about anymore.
Let's power through some more.
Yeah. Is there
Nostalgic-
anything you want to call out in particular? Because there's some that I don't really give a fuck about exactly.
The electric bike one is very spot on. When I drop Parks off at school, it's a parade of electric bikes with like their kids on the back. I mean, it's a very big dad thing, at least for.
Dave and I are out here nostalgic gaming, just using fucking
Yeah.
Nintendo Switches to play things from our childhood.
Strong opinions about AI. Yeah.
As much as I wanted to not like this
Not my
article
go.
after reading the intro, the guy that nails it. The nostalgic gaming piece is absolutely accurate.
I'm like out here playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 on my PlayStation 4.
yeah, there's nothing
Like,
wrong with that.
I'm not even using my PlayStation to its best abilities.
Oh crap! Speaking of, I gotta send that PS5 to that girl whose Cash App I got recently.
Mhm.
I just don't know her address. So
Yeah.
if you're listening, that PS5's coming.
Going Powerballed. Just
Okay.
this the Bic smooth cue ball head.
You claimed you were going to do that for a while, Dave, and you never did it. I was ready for it.
Bathroom texting.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
Being a wife guy.
What is when they say wife guy? Like I feel like that's a demeaning term.
I think it just means like a good
like
husband.
you just really like your wife.
You're-
Like I don't get why this is an
You,
insulting thing.
You're not the assistant coach at a Texas university.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're not getting it on in the bowling alley.
One of the last ones is statins, which heart medication.
They
We're
are the
getting
most
old.
widely prescribed.
They are.
I don't even know what that is.
It's just like a blood flow medication.
Oh yeah.
For your
Like,
heart, not for your
oh.
penis.
Are you sure?
It might work.
You know
down
how
there
many
too.
boners you get a day, Dylan? Exactly 11 every day.
Dylan said 2 to 3. Like no one, we didn't talk about that, but that seems low. And you don't have low T.
My
I feel like
tea's
you have
fine.
good T.
Is that low? Just like, I mean, if I'm stimulated, then it's different, right? If I'm like hooking up, I'm gonna get
Yeah,
a boner.
obviously, yeah.
Well, I'm not just sitting around the office springing wood.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not judging you. I'm just surprised.
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
We'll have to ask KJ. Too much dip. He might have a completely different answer. Knowing him, you know?
What, are you trying to call him horny?
He's horny.
Why are people not allowed to text in the bathroom? Bathroom texting is a great opportunity for screen time. I mean, like,
Are kids not doing that?
I'll roll up and I'll sit down and I'll sit on that toilet for 20 minutes just doing number one, just to text my boys.
I think this is more so like dads will just go in there to pretend they're on the toilet for like 30 minutes so they can,
Get away
hop on the message board or text their boys or
Like
just
their 2-year-olds out there
crying.
freaking out because you turn on the TV without letting him do it, and then you're like, well, I gotta go to the bathroom for the next 45 minutes.
Escaping
It's pretty
your home life
specific.
for a
Yeah,
bit.
just what I've heard. What I've heard.
No, we don't have a lock on our bathrooms. It doesn't matter. Fitz will just walk in and just be like, "What's up, dude? Play with me right now."
I like that.
No, I don't like it at all. I don't have anything more on this article. I forgot how many there were when we first dove into this.
Yeah, there are a lot. And
There's too many.
They're pretty accurate for the most part.
Do you even want to do it?
It's a tough pill to swallow, realizing that you're a stereotype.
Yeah.
That's fine. Some of those were very endearing. I'm not going to apologize for wanting to play Mario 3.
That's facts. That's facts. I do have a question on our final topic for today. This was from last week, and we just didn't have any time to do it because we just had a loaded week last week. Are Elon and Zuck actually going to fight? And if so, who are we taking in this fight?
I think the chances this actually happens are pretty low.
Okay.
But I'm taking Zuck because he's the one who trains. Even though he gives up like 80 pounds on
So
Elon.
that means that you could beat the shit out of Elon if you wanted
Oh
to.
my God, are you kidding? Is that a serious? Is that are you being
I'm
serious?
just trying to get.
So easily.
Okay. Okay.
This is one of those things where I'm like, okay, this story is going away, but it is only increased, and now you got Dana White promoting it in quotes, like saying like, oh, it'll be the biggest fight of all time. I'd love to make it happen. And it looks like on paper it might happen. I don't see why either of these two would do it. I don't really think this is positive. If you are a shareholder, you own yourself some Tesla or some Meta. What happens if Zuck, you just watch Zuck go out there and get tapped? He won't. But what if he does? What's that do to the stock price? Am I about to short Tesla? Maybe.
You own a Tesla truck and you see Elon get the shit beaten out of him by Zuckerberg. You got to get rid of that fucking truck.
You got to get rid of it anyway.
Like
but
you can't have that. Like if you have a Tesla and Zuckerberg beats the shit out of Elon, like you got to get rid of that Tesla.
Would you guys push a Cybertruck?
No.
If it was given to
No.
me.
They're so big. Like,
No.
they're too big.
I'd push a Rivian.
Yeah, those are sexy little things.
Yeah, like I would do one of those, but I can't hang my hat on the Tesla bandwagon at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get angry at like every Tesla on the road. It's not justified, but I just see one. I'm like, get the fuck out of my way. It's your problem. Cool license plate.
It is crazy how many Teslas are.
I saw a thing the other day. I saw a car on the road the other day. Okay,
That's crazy.
and the license plate said Texan. Okay, seems normal. We're in
Texan?
Texas.
Yeah.
We're in Texas, right? But it was spelled TECHSYN.
Texan.
I fucking hate it here, man.
Oh.
I hate Austin.
So they wanted it so bad. They wanted that to put that out there that
Mhm.
they're a Texan so bad that they were willing, knowing that they tried to get Texan and it was already taken. So they're like, you know what? Let's just do the worst possible spelling of this. And they
Then
succeeded.
I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was like, is this person working in tech? Did they go to Texas Tech?
One of those two probably makes a lot of sense.
What kind of vehicle was it?
A Tesla, David.
Yeah, it wasn't Texas Tech.
He wasn't an F-250.
No, it
They,
wasn't. No,
they didn't have
no.
boots in the back between the
No,
bed and
You're
the
not-
cabin.
No, there was no like frayed hat on the dashboard.
You're not backing up your Tesla into Nick's next time you're in Lubbock Way.
Out around Lubbock way.
Man, once you hop on 84 going northbound, pull through Post, if you can make it through there without getting pulled over,
Amen, brother.
once you see those Lubbock city lights, man, it's different, brother. You understand where I'm going with this?
Not really, no.
I don't either.
I wasn't born in Texas, but I got here as soon as I could.
Yeah, I knew that about you. Took you a long time, though. To be
Yeah,
fair.
27 years famously.
To be
Would
fair.
you rather have that bumper sticker on your car or that Matzo Rancho one that I put on your car?
I regret taking the Matt Rancho one off the car. I can fully admit that now. I shouldn't have done it. Shouldn't have done it.
Dude, your boy got poncho style nachos this weekend.
Don't care.
You
This
should, dude.
weekend,
Oh, I
I did
didn't
something.
tell you-
I did something I've never done at Mattel Rancho until this weekend. You ready for this, Dylan? I know you're a enchilada boy there sometimes when you're not going poncho style.
You were fun to be around.
I got
Damn.
that was mean.
I was biting.
I got tomatillo enchiladas green enchiladas for those at home with shrimp.
And
Pretty good.
okay.
I would get it again.
Is it the little shrimp?
It's little shrimp.
Okay.
They used to call Dave that in college.
Yeah, and they call you little shrimper.
Yeah, it's a small penis.
That's right. Okay.
Glad you brought that up.
I'm hearing
dude.
you.
I saw you on your flauta grind.
Yeah, I didn't want to like take away from Klein's wedding, which was fun, but like the main event was going to Matt's with my family and having just the most fun meal you could ever have. Just they put those flautas down in front of me, and I was just like, this whole dynamic has shifted. Like fajitas are cool. You know what else is cool? Fun flautas. It's the most fun you'll have at a Tex-Mex.
Glad you had a good time eating your flautas.
You should have came over. You did sit down for
Dude,
a minute.
I went off on my freaking shows.
Do you remember the news that I broke to you and Brett?
Start spreading the news.
Remember when I called Brett and told him what had happened?
No, fill me in.
It's the same thing I told you when I was walking to the bathroom and I saw you in there waiting for a drink.
Can you enlighten me again? Because
Turns
your boy
out-
was on one.
It turns out that
Oh,
Livy rizzed up baby Gronk and he's the new drip king.
Yeah, I did. I remember. I remember exactly where I was when I learned that information.
I thought about not sending that because like I didn't want to take away because Klein was there. I didn't want to take away from his like weekend, but it's like when you got news like that,
you can't just sit on it.
no, he's the new drip king.
Fuck.
I'm whatever the opposite of the drip king is after Klein's wedding
You would-
because I did something that no one expected me to do. I was the least sweaty person at Klein's wedding for a brief moment in time.
And you kept reminding everyone about it throughout
Yep.
the entire wedding.
The only one was
Yep.
mad how little Will and I were sweating.
Yeah, I was built absolutely different for no reason that day.
I saw one particular gentleman who played golf with us who sweat through his suit.
Yeah, it's tough.
Tough to do.
It's very warm.
Do you want to hear my foolproof plan for not sweating during a wedding that I accomplished one time? On the way to the wedding, I drank an entire 32-ounce ice water, and I chewed the ice that went along with the ice water to ensure that I was as cold as I could possibly be. And then during the wedding, I didn't move the entire time unless I was repositioning myself to get in more shade. And I have to admit, it worked out really well. I knew that the ice trick worked when I heard Dave say, "Oop, just felt the first trickle of back sweat." And I thought to myself, I'm like at least 5 minutes away from that.
Damn.
Yeah. My secret is to do a viral ALS bucket challenge right
Mhm.
before the ceremony.
Yeah, yeah.
If you plan it right, you can make it happen.
Get buckets.
I didn't have a trick as I was sweating profusely and my shirt was transparent by the time I got inside the venue.
I was surprised by your sweat levels. No one was like looking at you like, "Oh, wow, that guy's disgusting," because everyone was sweating. But like, I was surprised that out of the three of us in this room, you were the sweat guy.
I've never been able to acclimate to Texas heat. And plus, the first part on me that starts to sweat is my back. My back just immediately just starts dripping.
What about your neck?
I'm not gonna encourage this behavior.
What? I think
Anyway.
you're thinking 3 steps ahead.
Still a lot of fun.
If you want to call it, I got to go see what happened with Crass.
Yeah, dude, they're
Crass
trending.
is
He's
trending.
trending, dude.
I don't know which Crass.
All right, let's call it then.
His ass is crass. Twitter's a lawnmower.
Oh, no, it doesn't look good.
Bye.
Okay. Bye.